Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Since I've been traveling a lot lately, I thought it would be cool to kind of share my tips and tricks on how to keep a glowing, luminous complexion. When traveling, I have two fears. One of them is just flying because I hate flying. I'm so terrified, and I probably shouldn't be watching Lost while I fly, but I've been doing that recently too, which is not the best tip. The second thing that I hate about flying is what it does to your skin. Traveling can really have a bad effect on your skin. It could dry it out, and sometimes I tend to break out. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately and testing some products, and I wanted to share with you guys just my tips to keeping it luminous, glowy, and healthy. And I did team up with SK2 for this video. I have a product in here that I have been testing out for a long time now, and I really like it. So if you guys are interested in my tips, then keep on watching. So I'm starting this off with a freshly washed face, no makeup. The only thing I have on is my brows because I have to have my brows on. This is one of the products I've been using to help my skin. It's the SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. This is one of the first essence on the market, and they like to call it their miracle water. And what really got me into this brand was the story behind how they came about. They actually came about from a sake factory in Japan, and scientists started to notice that the workers there were aging, like normal people do, we age, but their hands were staying incredibly, remarkably like youthful. They realized that it was because a certain ingredient that was derived from the sake, and that ingredient is called, and I hope I'm saying this right, pitera. I will put it here on the screen. So when they realized that it was due to this ingredient, they decided to put it in all of their skincare, and this product in particular is made up of 90% of that ingredient. So for me, it was kind of just like, I'm gonna put it on my face, my neck, and my hands, and I've been using it for about 2 months, and it's overall just gonna make your skin look moisturized and luminous. Directly after I wash my face, I like to just take a few drops of this in the palm of my hands, and I pat it into my skin. So I'm just gonna show you guys. You want to apply this product before any other of your products, your moisturizers, your serums. If you do use toner, you can apply this after your toner as well. I put it over my lips. I actually put it down my neck as well. And if there's any left over, I just kind of put it on the backs of my hands. And I've been liking it because it gives me that really nice, dewy, radiant, glowy feel. Apart from being a travel tip, this is just a tip for any time of your life. Sheet masks are something that you could wear every single day. I mean, I do. The reason I love sheet masks so much is because I enjoy wearing them, number one. And two, I feel like I'm having an at-home spa experience when I wear these. And I like to wear them when I'm doing things around the house. I actually wear these on the plane as well. The stewardess always love when you wear these on the plane. It's a conversation starter for sure, and people love it. So when you apply sheet masks, you just want to make sure that they are nice and smoothed out. It's like your skin is marinating in goodness. Kind of like when you're cooking a turkey, you're basting a turkey. You put the cheesecloth over it with butter, and it just holds all the butter in, all the moisture in. That's what's happening to my face right now, but with things that are good for your skin. Of course, I would compare myself to a turkey. And here's another tip. There's always liquid from your sheet mask at the bottom of the container. You want to take that liquid, because it's good stuff, it's all the good stuff, and you want to put it on your neck. Don't throw it away. Your neck ages, and I know when you're younger, you don't think about it as much, but when you start to get older, you'll think about it more. So make sure that you're also bringing it down your neck. Don't let it go to waste. Very important. And this is the SK2 Facial Treatment Mask. Another tip is keeping your skin moisturized, and particularly when you're flying, your skin tends to get really dry. So if your skin is dry from a flight, or if you're about to go on a flight and you just want to look naturally radiant, you can always fake it with a cream like this one. This is the M.A.C strobing cream. It has reflective particles in it that are going to give you that luminous look. Even if you don't have it, or if you do have it, it's going to give you a more luminous look. I always like to use this when I go on a flight or after a flight if I have somewhere to be. Oftentimes I don't like to wear heavy makeup on flights, but I still want to look, good. I don't want to look tired, so I love to use the strobe cream. I first apply it on the high points of my skin because it is very reflective, so it's going to give you that really nice highlight down the bridge of my nose, chin, and then whatever's left over on my hands, I'll kind of just blend it all in and pat it in. And if you do tend to have problems with skin texture or any breakouts, just don't put this directly over that because you don't want to bring attention to those things. You want to just kind of put them on the high points of your face, and then maybe you can use your normal moisturizer all over. That's just a tip. The next tip I have is using a lip treatment for your lips the night before. I mean, you should always be using a lip treatment, but especially the night before, sleep with it heavy, and then on your flight, make sure you keep your lips hydrated. This is the MURAD Soothing Lip. It does give me a glossy feeling while still hydrating my lips. It's not a gloss, but I'll show you guys. So this lip treatment makes my lips pretty glossy, and I kind of like that because it's protecting my lips and hydrating them, and it also gives you a little bit of glam. So another thing I like to do when traveling is applying these under eye patches. I also love to apply these on the plane. I basically make the plane my little mini spa. I put these in my backpack. These are the Tarte Pack Your Bag under eye patches. A tip for these is putting them in the refrigerator. So you put these in the refrigerator overnight, and when you apply them, it's gonna help with any puffiness under your eyes. It's gonna make you look less tired. It's almost like putting ice packs under your eyes. They look like this, and you're just gonna wanna put those under your eyes. Woo. When I wear these, if I wanna wear these and the sheet masks, I'll apply these first, and I'll apply the sheet mask over top, and I'll double mask because it's serious like that. Skincare for me is serious like that. I love under eye patches. I just feel like they're so spa-like, so luxurious. It's just soothing. It makes me feel better about myself for some reason. When I take these on the plane, I will put them back in the packaging and then put them in the mini fridge at my hotel because you could reuse these eye patches. They're not just one-time use. So take them with you, put them back in your bag, and put them in the refrigerator when you get to your hotel. After I've had my spa day on the plane, I like to always have my concealer in my bag so that I could spot conceal. That way when I get off the flight, I don't look like I'm not wearing makeup. I just want to have a little life to me. So it's really crazy how much concealer can change up your look. I feel like if you just cover the redness around the nose, the under eyes, and then spot conceal any blemishes, it makes a huge difference without having to wear a lot of foundation on your flight, and it takes 2 seconds. So it's easy to touch up. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer in Ginger. What I like to do is kind of just go through and spot conceal anything that I want to cover up. Put a little around the nose area. And then I like to take just a brush, or you could even just use your finger. If you're on the flight, you know, you don't want to have a brush in your bag because that is kind of tricky. It can get dirty unless you have a brush holder. You can just use the warmth of your finger to pat that concealer in. It's gonna give you a more natural finish too. Technically, another tip, you're supposed to use this finger to pat in your concealer because it is the most gentle finger on the skin, and it's going to do the less damage to your under eye skin area. So my last tip is using a liquid illuminator. I like to use liquid opposed to a powder because when I do this type of look, I don't want to have any powders on the skin just because they tend to look a little less natural and I want to look a little bit more glowy. So I'm going to use this one. This is the L'Oreal Lumi True Match Glow Illuminator in Golden. A lot of people ask how to apply liquid illuminators because it can be a little bit tricky. A beauty blender for me is the easiest way, a damp beauty blender, using the back of one. And that's because it just blends out the liquid illuminator really well. So you want to put it on the high points. Then I flip the beauty blender around to the pointy part and I'll blend the edges with that. I'm trying to stay away from my breakout right there because I don't want to illuminate that. And we already have a glow from the strobe cream. This just kind of intensifies that. So you can do this or you can skip this step if you do the strobe cream, but you know, I like a little bit more glow. You could use your finger and put that also on the tip of your nose and down the bridge. As you can see, by adding that highlight, it just gives your skin an even healthier look. This is really the overall look that I'm going for. It still looks pretty natural. It doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. And my very last, but not least, important tip, drink lots of water. Lots of water. I know a lot of people tell you this. It's one of those things that you hear over and over again, but you still ignore it. Drinking water is gonna help with the plumpness of your skin. It's gonna just make you look more radiant. It's gonna help with breakouts. And it's also gonna help with your under eyes if you have under eye dryness, if you feel like your concealer is looking a little bit more crusty. I don't know, I have that problem. Sometimes my concealer looks really bad and it'll make me age you. It ages you. But if you drink a lot of water, that really helps combat those issues. So make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, especially on the plane. I know we don't like to get up and go pee 500 times, but I promise you drinking water on the plane is gonna help your skin so much. Alright, so that is it for my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is what I like to do when I'm in flight. I really like this overall feel. It has a very heavy focus on skin, just letting your own skin shine through, having that luminosity, and that all comes from, of course, your skincare, and then just a couple of makeup products to help you out. Let me know if you guys have ever tried any of SK2's products or you've been wanting to try them in the comments down below. All the products used will be linked in the description box, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Ticks and trips. Trips? Tips and tricks. Tits. Did I say tit? One more time. Let's do it one more time.